Oh, you keep working on getting better. You don't look at records. I think sometimes you tell me, every year, hey, this team's coming in here in this league. You take two games out of our schedule, that Pitt and South Dakota State, and it comes down to fourth quarter, comes down to possessions in the fourth quarter, and one team's going to win. And, the consistency, can we do it consistently? Going back to, Duquesne to Missouri State, to last week, when it comes down those fourth quarters, to be able to execute and win those close games. Because every Missouri Valley game, no matter who you're playing, sometimes you can tell who the top echelon and they're playing championship football. And if you're not playing championship football, it's hard to match them. And, we're playing some teams that are ranked right now, and all we can focus on, can we be better than we were at this Tuesday than last Tuesday? Can we be better on Saturday than we were this past Saturday? But saw tremendous improvements. And, I wish, we're a developmental program. Usually guys aren't coming here ready-made to play. And for us, and you see teams that we play, watch North Dakota, Bubba's been there a long time. They lose 4 offensive linemen to graduation. Well, guess what? They got 4 guys that they developed that took those kids 2 to 3 years to get on the field. And guess what? Those kids are on the field. And, that's what you kind of want to build to. And you want to be development, meaning, we get a young man from high school. He probably didn't have a lot of offers. We might have been the only offer. And our job, too, is once we develop them, can you retain them? And that's where the Dakotas have done a better job than what we have probably in the Midwest. And I can talk about other teams. But, for us, though, the focus is every day going out and getting better. And I see that. When we did ones-on-ones today, I see it. When I saw it Saturday, the first half of a football game, that's what it should look like. Now, we got to put it 60 minutes.
From what you saw from where you guys were in August,
Mm-hmm.
can you describe the growth that you've seen from then to now on the side of the ball?
Probably the confidence and the belief. I think, offensively, we had a lot of returning starters. So there's guys that understood, the competition, understood, what it's going to take. And then you had some newbies that, had to learn. But when I see our kids now coming in, their preparation, their focus, how they prepare watching film, how they practice on Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday. Probably the biggest improvements we made are on the Thursday, Friday practice, which isn't as physical. Those are more mental, and then being able to sit around a hotel on Saturday afternoon and be ready to play a football game at 6. And you always, as a coach, worry about that. But, when I came in, even our equipment man says, Coach, these kids are the most focused I've seen them. And you could see that. You can tell in pregame, warm-up. And, that's where now can we consistently do that. And we've been in the program before. We can go back to, whether it was 2021, close games that we didn't know how to finish. And then in 22, we learned how to finish those games and win those games. When we played this team that year, we had a 10-point lead at North Dakota, 10-point lead in the fourth quarter against a, ranked team. And they came back and beat us by 3, and then in 22 here, we had the lead. They came back and beat us. And that's where we mature. And with a new team, new guys, now we got to learn to finish. And the one thing, if there's one definition of North Dakota, it's effort. They fly around, tremendous effort, and they're going to do it for 60 minutes. So you got to be ready for that for a 60-minute game. All of our games are like it, but man, their effort, when you turn on the film, it jumps out at you. And, so for us, it's that mindset, not only execution, not only how your mindset's going to be, but man, your effort has to be able to match what they're going to be able to bring.
Where do you, from week 1 to week 9,
Yeah.
what do you think has been the biggest improvement?
Probably fundamentals. What I saw last week was finally seeing, defensively tackling. You can talk about run fits, but now you're going through your run fit and maybe making a tackle in the backfield. We did something different this week because as a head coach, I can make those decisions. But I wanted our guys, in today's world of technology, you split up and watch the game because it's efficient. And I said, the old school days of watching the game as a team, where the defense is watching the offense is watching the defense, and you're watching it continuously. How many of those guys ever really get to see your punt team, your kickoff team? And we watched that first half. I put a time limit on, to show, offensively into the defense, into the special teams where our kids went down there and, they had a great returner and hit them inside the 20. Just that's how it used to be. And sometimes I feel like that's football IQ, and maybe we miss it. Everybody watches cut-ups in today's world. And I mean cut-ups. You're watching one formation of this team for their last 8 games, or you're watching this down and distance for their last 8 games. I stay away. I watch continuous tape because I want to get a flow of the game. I want to see how they played 4 minutes before half, 4 minutes after half. And I get it. When you're game planning, you can't do that offensively and defensively. But for us, I saw the improvement, Dana, guys lining up, guys playing fast. All we asked was play fast, play physical. And the last thing, I really believed our kids were not having fun. They were tense about making mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen. We showed the tape last week. Ramirez, that's a bad fundamental, right? The tag in the rundown, that's a bad fundamental by a guy they pay millions to. Millions. Future Hall of Famer. Guess what? They reacted, responded in a positive way. We got 18 to 22-year-olds. Guess what? There's going to be mistakes in the game. But if you play with a great attitude and great effort, you can make up for those mistakes. So, again, you try to give them the real thing. But I saw our kids having fun. We asked them last week, why do you put all this work in if you're not going to have fun? We even define play for them. Go look in the definition of play. It's for enjoyment. It's for enjoyment while you have the time. So for us, yeah, we're going to work hard. We're going to prepare. And it's fun when you're flying around and playing football as a team. And I want to see that consistency grow over the next 4 games. And I look forward to it. I mean, I was so excited to get to work today and get on the field and see the improvement our kids made on a Tuesday. And so we'll have them ready to go Saturday night, 6 p.m.
When you guys lead the country in time production and how skilled the offense, it's similar in that regard.
Yeah.
Is that by design?
Could be. They had a quarterback, new quarterback, just like we have a new quarterback. They got 3 very good running backs. They got an offensive line they're going to lean on. They execute well in their run game. They can throw the ball. They got an all-league wide receiver in Bo Belquist. You go watch the Iowa State game. They had a 23-play, 14-minute drive, and they kicked a field goal. 23-play, 14-minute drive against a team that's undefeated in the Big 12. So, for us, we might be doing the press conference here at 7:30 on Saturday night. But they do a great job of getting themselves in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium. And then, guys, you watch UNI 4th and 1 on their side of the field, 65 yards away from the end zone on drive number 1 of the game. Guess what? They went for it. First down. They got stopped again before the 50. It's 4th and 6. They're punting. Fake punt. First down by 1 yard. So they want their offense on the field. And, when you play North Dakota, you got to defend everything, just like South Dakota or South Dakota State with trick plays on special teams, new gadget plays, on offense and defensively, unlike anything we see all year, because they come from every direction. Safeties, field safeties, corners, linebackers, they're constantly moving up front with their defensive line. So for us, it's a great challenge because we don't see that. We just play 2 teams that sit on you hard and create a wall. And now you go to a team that you're gonna get the kitchen sink coming at you. And we got to make sure that we're ready to handle that.
So you talked last week, South Dakota State, or South Dakota last 2 years ago, I think was 3-8. You mentioned North Dakota State had lost 4 offensive linemen. Do you explain that to your players? Do you go through that with your players to say, hey, the be successful, there are gonna be some bumps in the road.
No, I just think that's excuses, Dana. I really do. Like, you'll never hear me tell our kids anything but what we can do to get better at a team. We're never going to blame, well, we got new guys. We're never going to blame that we lost starters. We're never going to point finger, because that's not how you get through things. You get through things by being a problem solver. You get through things by finding a way. You get through things by finding what we can do successfully. So, yeah, that's something I would never address with our team. You know, we want to focus on what we can control. Some of these kids, I told you, this is their first year here. We're focusing on what we control, how we practice, how we prepare, how we play the game, how we come together as a team. Anything outside of that doesn't help.
I guess what I was getting to,
Yeah.
though, it's worked by other programs and it could work here.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I feel confident with the young kids we have in this program. And, you know, here again, you don't want to put a young man on the field before he's ready. And most teams in this league don't. You know, they wait, you know, even if they had a 6-year guy, you know, that guy that's been waiting 3 years, when he finally gets that opportunity. And I think their quarterback has done that. You know, Tommy Schuster was there, you know, transferred out. His opportunity's there, and he's prepared for it. And that's where you really want to get to. You know, we early on, you know, the portal kids we had, you know, some of them were developed by Division II schools, you know, but we still want to be a developmental program. We still want to recruit high school athletes, you know, that we can develop in the weight program off season, get them ready. And, you know, I'm excited for in that locker room. You don't know their names, but, you know, the young offensive linemen, the young defensive linemen, you know, that we have in our program, the young tight ends that we have, young linebackers that we have. And, you know, like I said, it's our job to make sure we put them in a situation to be successful. So if we're not successful, we better find a way. And that falls on my shoulders, falls on our coaching staff's shoulders. And we'll find a way to keep getting better. And I see improvement. The results don't, there's no moral victories. We go to every game to win, gentlemen. So I'm never going to say no moral victories. And we got to find a way to finish a game and play for 60 minutes.